Es sobre la física del agua. Usted pues sabe, la agua se tiene que contener y la superficie del agua es siempre horizontal, ¿verdad? ¿Usted sabe qué es esto? Es un nivelador, lo usan en construcción, ¿verdad? ¿Y lo usan para qué? ¿Para qué lo usan? ¿Usted no sabe? Sí.
¿Cómo se llama?
Sí, se usa para nivelar, pues.
Para nivelar.
Sí. Entonces, si escogiera cuál de estas dos es correcta sobre la física del agua, si tenemos una alberca gigante y la llenamos de agua, ¿cuál de esas dos representará esa alberca? ¿A o B? Llena de agua. ¿La B?
Yo creo.
¿Por qué la B?
Porque aunque digan que eso, pero el agua no está nivelada, creo.
¿No? ¿Entonces no crees que el agua de esa laguna?
¿Estás grabando?
Oh, sí.
No.
Ok, no, está bien. Si quiere llevar una información ahorita.
No sé, pues es que no sabía que estaba grabando.
Oh, no, sí, está grabando la conversación.
¿Qué es eso o qué?
Fíjese, le doy. ¿Usted lee en inglés o no? No, es que estoy pasando información en inglés sobre este tema que tiene que ver, no sé si usted ha ido de la gente que no cree que la Tierra es un planeta o una esfera. ¿Sí? ¿Usted ha oído sobre ese tema? No, ok, entonces este tema tiene que ver que nos mintieron sobre qué es la Tierra, entonces, ¿sí me entienden? Nos dicen que es un planeta y existimos en el sistema solar, ¿verdad? Pero el sistema solar no existe, nada más es la Tierra que existe y las luces arriba, el sol, la luna y las estrellas, son luces que están bien cercas, como están en el techo, pues, ¿sí me entiende? Entonces lo único que existe es la Tierra.
¿Usted no cree que existe un planeta solo?
Otros planetas no existen porque los planetas no existen. La Tierra es la única lugar que existe, pues, y es plano, pues.
¿Usted no cree según de lo que están ahorita del planeta Marte?
Oh, no, todo eso es lo que aquí estoy practicando con la gente para pues avisarles que todo eso, pues, la NASA y todo lo que enseñan sobre otros planetas y el espacio, para ponerlo en palabras simples, es caricaturas para adultos. ¿Sí me entiende?
¿Usted no cree en eso?
No, caricaturas no, yo no creo en caricaturas. Yo entiendo cómo la física del agua nos enseña cómo hace, y cada vez que llenamos un contenedor de agua, primeramente el agua siempre requiere un contenedor, y la superficie del agua siempre es horizontal, no importa el tamaño. Entonces las lagunas y el mar es nivel también, ¿sí entiende? Entonces quiere decir que no es una esfera, porque es exacto. Esto es lo que usan cuando lo usan en construcción, cuando hacen puentes, los hacen derechitos y usan agua, porque agua es el número 1 herramienta para medir horizontal. Sí, y esa es la prueba que prueba que el planeta no es una esfera, pues, porque el agua tendría que estar doblándose, curvando. Exacto. Sí, fíjese, déjele doy una información. Pero está en inglés, todavía no los traduzco en español, pero ojalá en el futuro voy a traducir en español, porque sí, esta información es para todos, pues, todos creemos eso. ¿Se quieren llevar uno de estos?
No.
No. Oh, English, it's English, yeah. Yeah, maybe you can share it with someone, yes. So have you guys heard of people that don't believe Earth is a globe?
Earth is what?
Earth? You believe Earth is a globe?
A globe?
A globe.
Oh.
So basically, I'm here showing people that basically the physics of water. So for example, everybody knows that water always needs a container, right? If I were to take the water out of this container, it'll just collapse and basically wet everything in all directions, right? So when we put water in the container, the surface of the water is always a horizontal lane, regardless how we tilt the container. Because that's the physics of water. The top of it is always a horizontal lane. So basically the lakes and every huge lake in the US and in the world basically are perfectly level, including the oceans. So the oceans are not curving around the ball, and then they tell us that gravity holds them, right, and bends it. That's all. I don't know if you knew gravity was just a theory. So there hasn't been a force that's been measured, basically. So that's just a theory to make us believe that Earth is a ball, basically. But in reality, we don't know exactly what Earth is. Nobody knows. That's the thing about it. But all we know is that the surface is level, basically. So I don't know if you guys think this is something that could be, important to you guys to know. that's why, I have this information so you guys could check it out, Do you guys have any questions about this? Have you guys heard about this before?
We're in science right now.
Oh, you guys are in science?
We're learning about how, like, surface energy, how...
Okay. But yeah, this is very simple though. Water, everybody uses water. We all drink water every day. We go to the pool, we observe water. And again, when we observe the lake, you could measure it. It's perfectly horizontal because water doesn't have a shape. I don't know if you guys know that water doesn't have a shape. So it always takes the shape of the container, whatever the container is, it takes the shape of it, but the surface always equalizes. So it evens out basically, it makes a horizontal line. So that'll be basically the number one proof. So basically if we were to build like a giant structure, like a perfectly horizontal structure, look, I have them right here. Here we go. And we were actually going to measure for Earth's curvature. They tell us that Earth's circumference is 25,000 miles. So it has to curve at every mile. It has to be curving. And right here, 8 inches the first mile, 32 inches the second mile, 72 inches, which is 6 feet by the third mile. So if we were to build a perfectly horizontal structure over a lake or a body of water that's 3 miles or more, if we were to start at 5 feet, the water should start curving down and dip 6 feet by the end of the third mile. So it should be 11 feet now, the gap. But if we were to actually do this experiment in reality and build a perfectly level structure over a lake, it'll be parallel to that structure. Because water, the physics of water are always horizontal. And water doesn't hump up. You can't make shapes with water, right? Like Play-Doh. It always collapses and makes a horizontal line. Doesn't matter, always, So, yeah, so this is basically, you guys haven't heard about this, right? Flat Earth? Have you guys heard of Flat Earth?
Heard about people arguing around
Right. So basically the reason why I'm out here is because if it stays online, I don't know if you ever heard of the term controlled opposition. So basically what that means is like there's fake truthers. So there's people that talk about this, but basically they're there to keep people from the simplicity of understanding the physics of water. Or they're there to spread misinformation, to keep people confused basically. So when you go online, there's gonna be a lot of people like that. So that's the reason why I'm out here, just to have a simple conversation and basically everybody understands, This literally is the number one proof because again, that's the number one substance on Earth. The oceans are filled with water. Would you like to answer this question real quick? It's a very easy question. You know what this is? Spirit level, right? We use this to measure level, right? What would be your definition of level? Like
Flat surface?
Flat surface, horizontal, right? That's the proper term. Right. So since this question is about the physics of water. Yeah, exactly. Even out. So since the question is about the physics of water, I don't know if you knew, but water always takes the shape of the container and the surface always equalizes. That's where the term level comes, horizontal. The lake, the surface of that lake is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if I were to ask you, which one of these two represents our reality? Which one is correct, A or B?
B.
You think B?
Yeah.
So you think water level means curve?
Yeah.
I think
Why do you think so?
Actually, yeah, water level. Well, no, because we're not on Earth. We're flat. A flat surface.
Exactly. On Earth?
Earth is flat surface.
Exactly.
Because everybody thinks it's round.
Exactly. Oh, so you've heard about flat Earth before, right? All right. How long ago did you hear about it?
I've been hearing about it. I look into weird stuff like that.
No, yeah. But, I mean, I came across this 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I thought that, everybody will come across it. And
on the Earth, when they show you the maps,
Yeah.
they don't link them together. They keep them
exactly.
separate.
It's just projections.
Yeah,
Exactly. And it's because there's a bunch of different projections, basically, like the Cater projection. They have different sizes of saucer.
Equator.
Exactly. So basically, in reality, nobody really knows the dimensions of Earth.
Yeah.
So there could be even bigger continents
That's why they say that. Oh yeah, you could drill all the way till you feel fire.
No, exactly.
Fire,
Exactly. The deepest anybody's ever drilled is 8 miles. And they tell us that,
No, it's 20 miles.
well, it's 8 miles supposedly done by the Russians, but I haven't heard about the 20.
In the ocean.
Oh, in the ocean?
Yeah.
I heard that it was 8 miles as well in the ocean, the depth, but maybe when, yeah, you have a question?
I heard about doing sciences, and I heard about oceans.
Oh, yeah.
So, drill oil.
Oh, really? Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, look. So, basically, here's another thing that might trip you out. I don't know if you knew about this, but these are amateur balloons that went up 20 miles up in the sky. So, I don't know, commercial flights, they fly about 5 miles, 6 miles.
Yeah.
So, this is 4 times higher than commercial flights. And these don't have a GoPro lens. So, GoPro lenses, they have the fisheye.
What do you call it?
They curve the horizons and stuff. Yeah, so these are without that.
The
and
fisheye, right?
Exactly, without the fisheye, yeah. and these are perfectly horizontal, you know, horizons. And yeah, and the horizon rises with you, which will be impossible on a ball because the horizon will stay down.
It'll go sink
Yeah,
down.
we're always on top of the ball, exactly.
Yeah, it'll sink.
Everything's going down from here, supposedly.
You'll have a D shape like that.
Exactly. When you rise up, you have to tilt your head down to look at the horizon, but you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what the GoPro does.
GoPro lens and then what the correct.
How do they get it in there?
What do you mean?
How do they get it up? Like,
So the gap, this is, yeah, no, this is a balloon. So they put the camera on a balloon and they just send a helium balloon up, but a big helium balloon. So these balloons can reach pretty high
Like
altitude.
how they run
So
on the
basically,
balloon,
in reality, no human beings have ever been higher than 20 miles. That's my opinion. Because only footage from NASA and
what
others.
is that Red Bull guy?
Oh yeah,
what did he,
he was 120. He was around this height, 120,000
Yeah.
miles. I
He
mean,
was-
120,000 feet.
Yeah, he was high. He was like 18 miles up.
Yeah,
or something
around
like
this height. Yeah,
that.
yeah. And
he free fell.
yeah,
And that's why at 10 miles he fainted.
fainting. Yeah, he
Because he was
basically.
going back to reality,
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
in his head.
No, the pressure. Yeah, the change in pressure that quick. No, yeah, that's true. But yeah, you could clearly see that he's using a GoPro. But when they switched to the inside, you could see the horizons raised up. You know,
Yeah,
you
that-
shouldn't be able to see the
And
horizon.
that right there's real because when he
Yeah.
was looking out,
Yeah.
you can see everything's flat.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
GoPro-
Yeah, we don't know how the Earth ends. We don't know how it terminates. Basically, that's what trips me out.
From
So-
global to-
That's
from
how
one side.
GoPro makes it look.
Yeah, but in
curved.
yeah, so that's a camera effect. It's
That's
an
a picture
effect.
camera.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you guys ever seen you've seen probably pictures of the stars, right?
yeah.
They look pretty trippy. Here they
Or
are.
like big balls of gas.
Yeah. No, these are just lights. They're just
No,
lights.
like my
Look at
camera.
that.
I have a camera and I take pictures. I can see things like that.
Yeah, these are just lights that are very close in the
When you take
sky.
a picture of the moon, you saw like something.
Yeah, I can see the craters in the moon.
Yeah.
Remember you saw,
The moon. There's been photographs of the stars that have been
That's it, next-
through the moon.
Yeah.
Through the moon. So basically, the moon is just a light. It's not a solid object. That's the
Tomorrow
thing.
they're supposed to be able to see Venus and Mars.
Through the moon?
No.
Oh, just right next to
Tomorrow
it.
you'll be able- if you look east, south,
Okay.
you're able to at 6 o'clock you're going to be able to see Venus and Mars
Okay.
in the sky.
Okay. No, yeah. So no, yeah, but yeah, this is I don't know if you guys knew, like the navigators back in the day used to use the stars to navigate
navigate
Earth.
the system.
That's only possible from a level plane because they're measuring angles, right? 90 degrees, 45 degrees. If you're on a curve, angles wouldn't match up. So all the angles wouldn't work. So only navigation with the stars and even navigation with GPS only works from a plane because triangles only have straight lines. If you have a curved base on a triangle, it won't add up to 180 degrees because triangles have to add up to 180 degrees. That's how we navigate, basically. Exactly.
That's true.
No, yeah. So I mean, this information is really important. 6 years ago, and the fact that I'm out here is because it's literally being censored. So they didn't censor it by removing all these videos from the internet. What they did is they demoted all of this information and they just promoted like mainstream channels just ridiculing it. So ridicule is the one way they censor this.
Or they winky it all too.
How do they do it?
They winky it all.
Wink it up? What,
Winky.
what does that mean?
Like they
Oh, the wiki app. Yeah.
they winky it all. That's what they'll have so much until you go into your back pages
Yeah.
and you have to you can do it through Duck.
Yeah,
and you
there
can
we
see
go.
everything
Yeah.
that you want to see.
Yeah. But
If they don't Duck or Duck, they don't censor nothing.
Right.
But they don't put out
right.
they don't put out provocative things.
Right. But the thing is that the claims that they make to us contradicts physics. For example, pressure, to have air pressure, right? We need a container, like a tank. If you want high air pressure, you need like one with like made of metal, right? A cylinder, basically,
Yeah.
to create high pressure, really high pressure, right? Exactly. So the thing is, they say Earth has pressure, which it does. 14.7 is what they measured, Earth's pressure.
Pressure?
Yeah, so pressure means that the air's pressing against the container trying to escape. Because the air's trying to equalize too, like the water. Air is always trying to equalize. That's why when you open an air or pop an air balloon, the air just rushes out because it equalizes, right? So in order to have pressure or even a vacuum, we need to create a container to do that. Yeah, so they tell us that outer space is a vacuum and Earth has pressure, but without a container, so that's impossible. So basically,
you get sucked up to the air.
exactly. So outer space basically doesn't exist. Exactly. Yeah.
Because
So
we'd get sucked up by the air.
exactly,
And we wouldn't have
the
no-
air will be
we
gone
wouldn't have no
instantly.
climate.
Exactly. So gravity is just a theory, but they use that to explain why the air doesn't rush and why we're upside down on it. You know.
Ready?
Can we keep these?
Oh yeah, these are for you guys to take. Yeah. Yeah, there's some websites on there with some information. You guys could check it
My
out.
wife gets
Yeah.
all, she's like,
You want to take one or?
shit like that.
No.
I look into it because I always do.
No, yeah. Here, take one.
I look into all this stuff.
Yeah, man. This is
I look into that government shit.
no, yeah. This is literally the number one, man.
I teach my kids about.
Yeah, A is the right
I teach my
answer.
kids
Yeah.
about the corrupt and all the. How there's a bunch of spies out here. There's
Yeah.
people that work for government. They're sitting walking out here normally.
Believe it or not, people might think just you're crazy just for thinking that,
No, there's
but
people-
not.
There's people, government people walking around here.
Yeah.
in their clothing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And all they're doing is just fucking.
It's called undercover. People seem to forget about that.
They're all just fucking.
No, yeah, just keeping tabs, literally,
Yeah.
just keeping tabs.
The population and,
Yeah.
and corruption.
It's like a farmer keeps tabs on their cattle, literally. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but
Literally.
it's for us to catch it. We gotta point them out.
Yeah,
And that's just crazy because a lot of people don't understand that.
yeah.
Pues dice cómo trabaja.
No, yeah, man. I'm glad you stopped, man.
No,
I'm glad a lot of people have heard about this too.
I like learning shit.
No, yeah. This is reality, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right, man. Yeah, you too.
Más